Hey, here we are again. Once again, 28mm RPG with the gang. We're playing Castles and Crusades. This will be our final video for this year for this group, and then we will have a break and come back. So tonight's a very extra special night for us. Once again, we have the gang with us. We'll do the introductions. First off, we have the man who's playing Barris, Crispy.
Hi.
And
yeah, looking forward to it.
Great introduction.
A little, yeah, that's right.
Hi.
So polished. But
Yay!
Little bittersweet because this will be the last session for a while. So,
yeah. Yeah.
but yeah, looking forward to it. I'm playing Barris. He is a devout cleric of Peony, goddess of the harvest, and hopefully that'll come through tonight. So we'll see.
Cool. Next is none other than a Big Bad RPG playing
Captain Calrissian of the Band of the Griffon. If you're not watching this actual play, you suck. And happy Thanksgiving.
way to put down our future. No,
Yeah, we're laying down the law, bringing back roleplay to the people.
if you're watching this, then they're watching this.
Exactly. Those are our people. Spread the word.
Alrighty. And what's Captain Calrissian?
He is a half elf duelist
Right
on a quest for fame.
Right on. Next is Spencer from Dispencer Show playing Hank.
Hey, everybody. I'm playing Hank, the elf fighter. Always lawful good to its fellow people. And devoted follower to Captain Calrissian.
Right on. Right
That's
on.
my man.
And last but not least, we have Reactionary Principal Gaming, Mr. Max, with Bernier.
Bernier, the thief, which is not quite the hero yet, but maybe getting there slowly.
With a little nudging and convincing, of course.
For the right amount.
Alrighty. So once again, the rules are pretty darn simple for those that are watching and don't know what the heck's going on here. What are these guys doing? We're playing Castles and Crusades and HARN, and we play it the way I'm the narrator, and Castle Keeper narrator. And I control all the NPCs and the environments and all that kind of stuff. And my job is just to describe stuff and react to what the players are doing. And the players stay in character throughout this entire session. That's part of their deal. And, say everything as their character and also describe what they're doing as for an action, because that's important. They get to move themselves. I don't move them unless it's a consensus that the entire group is going from location A to location B. And that's how we do it. Alrighty, guys. Let us continue from the awakening in the morning in the hamlet of Ebery, the moot hall. And so the darkness lingers off into the corners as you awaken. And the morning arises with the calling of a crow outside.
Those guys are gonna have a nice day. Big feast for them out there.
Yeah, nice piece. What was that thing last night anyways, Bears? Do you know?
It was an unholy creation, banished now by the power of the goddess. Speaking of which, gentlemen, I need to go and do my morning devotions.
You should definitely go do that.
I stand up and make my way towards that burned out church.
Yeah.
I'm going to do my prayers there.
He's a little much in the morning. Ugh, too peppy.
You're welcome to join me.
It's a little, maybe tomorrow.
Of course,
I got
Captain.
the devotion on my own.
You got my word. Too happy for me in the morning. Did you have a dream last night, Bernie? Hank, what about you?
A dream?
Yeah, I don't know. It just drew a blank. Basically, my body shut down after we fought that thing.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. I just melted.
You know what? Maybe I'm gonna
Went
go
into
catch
a deep slumber, and I just woke up. I'm like,
What
took
kind
me a
of
second to
dream?
realize where I was.
What kind of dream are you talking about, Carl?
I just felt a little gloomy, a little dark. You know, like something was waiting on my mind and my shoulders. I can't really tell.
But because I don't know if I told you that at some point. Like, you remember the first time we came here after going to the rune during the night? I had this. I woke up like feeling like somebody was strangling me, and then there was nobody. And we say it was
do
a bad
remember
dream.
that. We never
But
figured that out, did we?
well, we kind of brushed it away, say, "Oh, it's a bad dream," whatever.
It's probably
But
that
no,
gnome. It's probably that gnome.
yeah. Well, maybe. But
It's
I'm
probably
thinking it might
choking
be
it.
like this thing, this thing that have been around, like possessing people. You've seen those
You know what?
this big guard from Servian that we fought outside, right?
Yeah.
Clearly somebody was controlling his mind, right?
You know, we were gonna head to that ruin, but something occurred to me, Verne.
What?
The reason we were going to Cʀᴜssos was to find a way to destroy this monster that's roaming around. I feel like,
Yes. The reason was also to get paid in advance, as we
True.
should be. But it's true, we wanted to get some knowledge. But now we have Barris with us. Maybe Barris no more.
You know what? Let's go catch up with Barris and join him in his prayers for the morning. Sound like a good idea?
Yeah. Are you coming, Hank?
Yeah, I'm right behind you.
All right.
In the meanwhile, Barris, outside, you see an activity of people. Some of them seem to be rather exceptionally upbeat as they are going about their daily chores outside. See a ragtag group, but still uplifted as it is, as one says. I can't believe we had a night without any strange creatures showing up or undead. It's amazing. And the other confirms, yeah, I did not see a thing. It was amazing. Maybe these people are blessing. Sir, he starts bowing towards you.
No, good brother. We are but equals under the guarding eyes of the goddess Peony. Please join me, brothers.
Definitely.
We should give thanks for like you say, a night of peace.
They nod and they follow close to you. Tell us more about your teachings and such. We know somewhat of Peony, but we haven't had much thinking about it since everything was seemingly all right out here, and now everything is dark. With the evil that has approached and all the the killing and the death and all that stuff. It's something is igniting in us that we must follow Peony. No.
I think that you should act on that, good brothers. And no
They-
matter
they
how
know.
dark the night, the dawn can break, as it has this morning. Look around you. Don't you feel that hope? I see my companions coming. But don't forget the name of Peony. She has delivered us. Not me. No. No, I take no credit. I am but a humble servant.
Yes, Priest Barris, we shall do so. And they nod and continue on with their daily lives.
A good harvest to you, brothers. I wave. Yes. Are we ready, companions? Bernier.
Yeah, we didn't mean to interrupt.
No, I was done. I brushed some of the dirt off my knees where I've been kneeling in devotion to the goddess. It looks like you have something on your minds.
Well,
Of course.
I don't know. Like when we came across you when we came back here to Ebery, we were talking about going to Cʀᴜssos. Part of it was
I remember.
payment for the job to come back here and then get rid of this evil that was brewing. But also a big part of it was to try to get some knowledge, to try to figure out come up with a plan how to fight that thing.
Sounds
we didn't
wise.
get to do that.
No.
Do you have knowledge in fighting undead bears?
Most of my knowledge is concerning growing things. not destroying the creeping undeath that plagues this region. Sadly, although I can bandage wounds and tell you which crops to plant, I'm not much use in this field.
Would you know anyone who would be capable of that type of knowledge first?
Well, we could always ask my mistress, the head cleric of my order.
The priestess.
Yes. We could ask her if you'd like, but
she told us to go to Cʀᴜssos. That's
she's back by Nessa.
Yeah, that seems like a bit of a detour. Mm-hmm. No, I wish I could be of more help, brothers, but it sounds like you have a better idea than I can provide.
Let's just remember, we're there to go find Titus.
Yes.
Not fight the demon or undead that might be there.
Yes, brother. We've given these good people some hope because of our victory yesterday.
Yeah.
But they are very attached to their captain, their lord, Lord Titus.
If we do this, go ahead, Berne.
You know, are we gonna find Titus, right?
I know
he'll probably be dead
if we're lucky.
Yeah.
You know,
but that can bring some closure, perhaps.
You hear the baying of a donkey, a couple of donkeys. Xenia approaches the group with the
Winifred.
She looks at you. So, are we ready to embark?
Are you ready? Because I'm always ready.
I turn to the other three. Have we decided where to go?
I think
for information.
We don't even know if there's a passage across the bridge that we threw down. There was a bridge to go to those ruins.
I lean in closely. We're gonna go to the bridge, and if that's out, we'll just stay there for a while and then come back.
Well, what say you if some of us go and just see if the bridge is there, while others go to this to Cʀᴜssos to get the information?
I don't think splitting up is a good idea.
And Cʀᴜssos is far away.
I'm sorry.
Like
my geography is hazy.
A team that we do separating.
Yeah, there might be man beasts like Centaur running around. It's not very wise. Our forces should be numerous.
Oh, you're probably right.
I
leave such tactics to you, Captain.
But if the bridge is out,
go ahead, Berne.
If the bridge is out, the centaur should be on the other side, because that's actually why we destroyed the bridge.
Well,
we were being pursued.
How about we walk and talk and discuss this while we're on our way there?
Yeah, I think that's the
later it gets, the more dangerous it gets.
Xenia, the donkeys, they're ready for travel?
I have made sure that they are ready to go. Bridles on and packs.
Did you bread us some bread or something?
Oh, here, she goes ahead and pulls some stuff out. This was given to me by the ladies that have been remaining here cooking for the men, and she passes you some breakfast, some bread,
I hold up my hand. Wait, hold a second, Barrett. Hold on. Before you eat that, I place a hand on the shoulder. I know you're a good man, but save your magic.
That's good food.
Please save your spells and powers for when we get out there, and we might need them. We may need your abilities later.
Ah, yes.
I know you love blessing everybody you come across, but we may need those later.
That's true.
Okay, eat your fill, though.
Yeah, I think I'll have a greater connection to the goddess of harvest if I have a full stomach, don't you?
I do agree. Eat up. Maybe, hey Xenia, any berries today?
The
berries.
Good berry. Yes, I can provide some good berry.
Wait, sister.
Yes,
something a little more substantial.
Listen, I'm half elf. Berries are one of my main food groups.
Well, like you said, perhaps it's time to hit the road.
Perhaps.
Yeah, let's get moving.
Let's go.
Start walking.
Come on, Hank. You got your battle axe.
I got my battle axe all cleaned up and ready to go, sir.
Let's get it going,
Captain. As we're walking towards the fort gates, Perhaps we should let them know where we're going, just in case.
We'll
Yeah.
figure it out.
Well, tell them the people that's on the way out.
Yeah, because I finished my bowl of food. I'm gonna put it on the outskirts of the base before we make our way out.
As I'm walking out, I grab one of the defenders. Don't let your guard down. We're going away, and we were blessed with success last night, but we shouldn't let that success lull us into complacency. So be on guard, men, and we'll look for your good Lord Titus and bring you word.
Yeah.
The
And
guards nod and say, "Thank you, sir, priest."
if we're not back in 3 days, maybe it's time to start thinking about getting out of here.
As he says, yes.
We will inform Caldwell, definitely.
Don't worry, we'll be back.
Thank you for your hospitality, good brothers.
They nod. Thank you for saving us.
Make it 5 days. We might get delayed.
They open
Remember
the
to
gate
give
for
thanks
you.
to Peony. She is the one.
Bless us by Peony! And they shout at you as you head through the gates.
I lean over to Carl and say, like, Peony is stealing your thunder.
It's all right. You guys don't know how to be mysterious at all, do you? Just gotta talk to everybody you see, hellos and goodbyes.
At least it's a good morning for a walk.
Gotta make yourself
True.
known.
That's true.
Outside, the remains of the smell of the burnt remains of the church of Peony linger in the air. Little wisps of vapor, some smoke in the air, but it's dying out.
Smoky. Why don't you tell us something about Peony Bears? Is he just
Well-
grow corn? Is that it?
No. I mean, she will help the
yes.
faithful. She will help the faithful grow what they need in their time of need. And you smell that smoke?
Yeah.
You see, sometimes we have to burn the field in order to have it be healthy for the next season. This is but a temporary setback. Her guidance will reign supreme.
You know that in
I like
all
that.
this weirdness, it's actually starting to make sense.
So what you're saying is we should burn things some more often to.
Oh, I should have fucking got oil. I use all mine on
It's
the
not,
Griffon and the plan.
I
The
always
fire
have
itself
oil.
is not evil, no, of course. It
means
serves
for
its
your hair.
purpose.
I always have oil burning.
Yeah, save it for if we need to burn something, like Barry said.
Wise.
If we come
Peony
across.
seems very wise, Bears.
Yeah.
I turn to Xenia. Now, we're not talking about lighting every forest on fire, good sister.
Of course
Please
not.
understand.
She seems to be engaged with keeping the donkeys, at an arm's length, making sure that they follow her. Come. She's like,
Winifred likes a firm hand. I walk up to my donkey and take the lead.
It's not
she
the only
seems a
one.
little stubborn.
Mm-hmm.
Hank, why don't you get up front here? Don't you have those special elf eyes?
Yeah, but it's getting daylight.
If they don't work in daylight, huh? I wouldn't know. I'm just half.
Not so much. No,
That's good to know.
it's
then.
kind of blinding.
Wave my hands in front of Hank's eyes. Can you see this? Can you see me right now?
Yes, I can see it perfectly, but at night, that's when my eyesight is sharpened, and I'll be able to pick things out.
I have to use that in the future, I think.
I think so.
I'll go to Carl and tell him, like, once we get to the bridge, I guess we'll figure out from there what's the next move. But
Yeah.
I like your idea.
Yeah, if the bridge is out, I mean, we can't cross it. I mean, it's as simple as that.
But if the bridge is out, all those things came across, and where is Titus then?
Maybe he's there.
At
Maybe
the
he's at the
bridge?
bridge. Yeah, maybe he's at the bridge. Maybe they're building a new bridge. We won't know until we get there.
That's very optimistic.
I'm an
All right.
optimistic kind of guy.
Or
Let's
we
keep
could
moving.
also think about there might be another access point to cross.
That's too much thinking, Hank.
Xenia, do you know this region a bit? You seem like the wandering type.
I have never been this far. I'm usually down over towards the area of
I often lose track of my place
as
too.
Nessa. Nessa
Yes.
is usually where I hang.
We should have bought a local guide.
Mm,
Where's
yeah,
the
that would
adventure
have
in
been
that?
wise.
Where's the adventure in that?
There's
Well,
not many.
If we see
there's-
someone on this road, then we can always ask them. I haven't seen anyone yet.
Well, if you see someone with
Yeah.
4 legs, make sure you immediately shoot them or stab them with something.
Well, certainly centaurs can be reasoned with, can't they? I thought they were intelligent.
Bernie, what do you say?
I never saw one.
Never
Like-
saw one because
Oh,
they're
yeah.
bad.
I don't say anything because I'm not that smart.
It was all you and Mick that was like dealing with the center. I was like dealing with the people.
And
You
look
bring
what
them to
happened. Look
safety.
what happened to Mick playing with the Griffon. They took him away.
Well, centaur are creatures of the forest, Xenia. What can you tell us of them?
It's more of a mythical thing that I've heard of. I've never encountered one myself, but I heard that they had existed.
Hank, if you see a centaur, minotaur, any kind of tor, chop its hooves off.
No, wait, brother Captain.
That's being merciful.
Well,
You can run away afterwards.
before we maim them, perhaps we could attempt to speak. They could be powerful allies, could they not?
I mean,
Well, they apparently, from what like I've been told from the previous encounter with those guys, they shoot before they talk.
Hmm.
What
Yeah.
language do they bear? Like, are we going to be able to
Spear.
understand them if we do?
That was a language.
They speak in war.
Yeah, they throw
Ah.
spear made out of rock. So
They pursued you? That's why you
Yes.
tried to take the bridge?
Past it, yeah. We were
Yeah.
on the bridge. Heavy rain and wind almost blew us off. Blew our gnome companion off. And
well, companion.
yeah.
Hmm.
Never sure bread
They-
with her.
Some creatures of myth are very territorial. Perhaps there was just a misunderstanding of your presence in their area.
We also been told that they're new in this area. So
Yeah.
Oh,
are they being?
Yeah.
There's a lot
They're
of
displaced?
change. Well, there's a lot of thing like this evil thing, centaur being new, Griffon showing up. People used to travel between Ebery and Nissa all the time, you know. But now, like, oh, there's
I don't
Griffon
see any
fucking
traffic
distributed.
now.
So what you're saying is, Bernie, it's dark magic that's coming around here?
Hmm.
There's something coming around. There's something going on.
Definitely sounds like it.
Peace is
Xenia
being
points
disturbed.
ahead. She says, the trail, it is going to be getting a little bit more rough and rugged from here on. Not much in the way of people coming and going in this area. We are in the outskirts of the entire homage of the of the kingdom here. This is it. We are on the frontiers.
If
Can we
this,
leave, like-
if this place could be made a little more hospitable, I'm sure we could have some nice farms here, right here. Look at all those people that are refugees at the moment. Boy, if they could have little homesteads here in this unclaimed land, that would be a wonderful thing for this area. I mean, they're all
Wonder-
starving to death now.
I don't think it would be a wonderful thing for those people, like seeing how the area is going.
You know,
Yes, we have to-
honestly,
we have to
Barris,
change
I
it.
think you would honestly make a good representation of a farmstead as well. You know how to get things running.
Oh, absolutely, brother Elf. With some good strong shoulders, we could turn these unused lands into productive food producing farms.
I
and
wonder if we could
homesteads.
get a claim out here, our own territory.
Well,
Wouldn't you have to talk to the king of the kingdom, or
Who's the king of the kingdom?
I have no idea.
I thought it was the brother captain here.
Oh,
I thought it
thank you,
was,
Barris. Thank
You
you.
would think so, eh? The way he acts.
By
I
the way
know,
he
right?
talks.
Hey, Titus has abandoned his keep.
Oh, so that's right, Lord Titus, who we're looking for.
Yeah.
If he is the lord of this area, then perhaps we could convince him to open
Maybe
up these
we'll-
lands
maybe-
for settlement,
maybe when
providing
we
we
get back,
make them safe, of course.
maybe when we get back, I'll be the lord of this land. Huh?
Do you have my
Hey.
support, brother captain?
Hey,
you.
you got my
Okay.
support too, Captain.
You can have it.
Excellent.
It's the fucking
New
stone
church
of
for
the
Peony. Got a new church for Barris. Bernie, what do you want when we get back? And this is all ours.
What I want is get back to a city. I came around here to shed some heat, lay low a bit,
Yes.
far away, Like it's isolated.
It's refreshing for the soul, isn't it, Brother Bernier?
Well, he hasn't been so much.
What kind of trouble have you
when
been
you
up
can
in
get some
before you
rest,
got
of
with us?
course. Yeah.
Well, you know, sometimes you get in, you do some hijinks, and people don't have a sense of humor.
I know this.
Xenia checks the betrayal up ahead, bending down, checking the ground, lifting some of the pebbles up. Feels it through her hands.
What is it?
Goes, not. There had been undead that have been roaming through here, but nothing as of the last day. The area has been trampled down from long ago. Looks like the footprints of possibly men wearing sandals, leather boots.
You think they're gonna be Titus men?
Can we Titus and
Perhaps.
Xenia? Yeah.
I'll walk over to
do not
Xenia
know.
and scoop up some of the dirt and smell it.
Does
No,
it smell wet, Bears?
it does, but it doesn't smell tainted to me.
I look up into the sky. What do you think? It's gonna rain, Xenia?
Small bit of clouds out there. No, I think it's past for now. The storms have gone,
I was
but
quite concerned.
you never know with the way that the mountains are in this area, the valleys.
Which way do the tracks lead there, Xenia?
But the thing about these possible centaurs that intrigues me. It'd be interesting to run into them and possibly converse with them.
Oh, you think you
Could be
converse with
possible.
them?
Where
You think you
where are the tracks heading here? Like, do we need to follow them,
Oh,
or do we?
These are kind of intermittent, like as if someone was scouting this trail like not long ago, as they dart in and out, as if they were checking the route.
You know,
Interesting.
Wait
if
a second.
the undead have been like roaming around, the centaur might have encountered them, and sometime hard time can make like the unlikely ally. You know, like,
Well, that is very true, Brother Bernier. And I feel that I need to share with you in a previous life, before I was called to be in her priesthood, I spent some time around poorly traveled roads. I'm ashamed to admit it, but I have preyed on the odd traveler. Before, of course, I
There's no shame
saw
in
the
it.
light.
I meant
I think we need to be aware. This looks like there could be ambushes up ahead.
I knew there was something. You moved pretty quick for a big fella.
It's a long time ago, and I've forsaken that life, but I am no stranger to being a highwayman.
Well, me and
It's
the
a
captain, I
great
know, are
shame
for
on me,
sure
but,
are well equipped for any ambush. So
You ready to go, Hank?
I'm ready to go, sir.
Tell us, what would you get if we own this land before we proceed on? What is your wishes and dreams of treasure? If you could have
mine?
anything. Yeah, if you could have anything.
I don't really ask for much, sir. I'm good. I want to do good for my people.
That's a noble pursuit. Like
Indeed.
Brother Elf, I'm most impressed.
I am not a greedy man. I just want to make my own claim.
Oh,
And
there
a
we go.
small hint of paradise.
There we go, Carl. We just like got one more share to split among us.
You
Alright,
already have
always
mine,
thinking.
brother.
Xenia tugs onto the other donkey and continues down the trail, heading along, keeping an eye out left to right as she uses her staff in front of her to kind of prod the ground as they continue on.
Bernie, you gonna make her carry the donkey the entire way here? Thought that was your woman.
I don't know where you got this idea from.
What do you mean? Hank, he gave up. He started singing war.
In my line of work, I cannot be too attached. And already got something going.
What do you think, Xenia? What do you want? You want the elf? You want the human? Or you want both?
So what are you talking about? Like she did not hear exactly what was
Don't
going
worry about it. How far away do you think we are
Maybe
from
she
that
want a
bridge
donkey.
thing?
What do you think?
I have no idea.
Where do you think centaurs come from?
Where does centaurs come from?
Maybe it's something that we may have to investigate one of these days.
You know,
I have
Carl,
no
you're-
idea.
I don't want to watch that.
elf, right? Eh? You are elf, Carl.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
And centaur, half human, half horse.
I don't want to think about that. That sounds
I-
painful.
I can tell you things about, the chickens, the foxes,
I don't
hounds.
need to hear your adventures with the chickens and foxes. Let's just head to that bridge.
Yeah, you shouldn't be too far off now.
Heading along, she checks along the trail, noting that little wisps of moss coming off the trees, known as witch's hair. And she's investigates. She says, there seems to be some markings on some of these trees, as if some sort of way of marking them, possibly barbarians out here. They have been known to do that.
Yeah, we noticed that as well when we came back.
Yeah.
Distance, you hear a clang, ching, ching, the call of someone. Oh, cling.
Someone's
bang.
in trouble. Someone's in pain.
Sounds
quick.
to be far off in the distance, but you can definitely hear it from here.
That's fighting. That's man at arm. It might be Titus.
Let's go investigate.
Go.
Yeah. I
tug on Winifred as much as I can, realizing that she's just not going to come along quick enough.
I rush forward. Come on, Hank. Let's go. Scout ahead.
You want time?
I grab my axe and I'm like, let's go, Captain.
Start trudging through the dirt.
Come
I
on,
follow
you
along.
stupid donkey.
Kel and Hank
No,
move
I'm with
ahead. You see more branches, trees. You see it continuing down in a downward slope through the valley. Ahead, you can just barely make out figures dashing in between the trunks of trees. Seem to be, in some sort of a dance of battle.
Bernie, Hank and Bernie, that's what those do. That might be something going on over there. See that?
I see it. I see it, Captain. I just don't know what side to go on.
I draw
You
a bolt.
hear one shout go, ah!
That didn't sound too good. I step out further to investigate to see clear.
You get more of an advantage in the view, seeing a group of men, barbarians, Cʀᴜsᴅᴇs, men with markings on their eyes and face.
Cʀᴜsᴅᴜs.
They are fighting amongst horse, half human, the centaur. The centaurs look discolored. One wielding a spear, another one wielding an axe, pair of axes, another one with a big mighty maul swinging around. One last one just being all gnarly and rabid with their claws out in their hands, and he's grabbing onto one of the Cʀᴜsᴅᴜs and trying to bite into him.
That's definitely them. Bernie, I think you should get embarrassed. There might be something wrong with these centaurs. Maybe we could use them. Rush back and get them.
So I guess you weren't fucking making up about those half men, half horse.
Nope.
You think
Was
they're
not making it up.
You think those are fucking undead centaur?
I-
Barry
I-
should be
looks like
here shortly.
Well,
Yeah,
when
I'm-
he gets here, tell him to rush forward. Pull out my sword and rush to
Barris.
battle.
I'm struggling to get Winifred to move quicker. Finally, disgusted at my stubborn beast of a donkey, I let the cord drop, and as what passes for running for Barris, I move towards the sounds and Captain and Bernier and Hank.
Calrissian moves ahead, seeing that there is the opposition against these two barbarians up against the edge of the cliff before the bridge, which has been taken away. A pair of ropes seem to be strung across to the other side, but the Cʀᴜsᴅᴜs are fighting off these centaurs.
Rush up behind that first centaur I see and just stick both my swords into its root back.
Closest one being the one with the spear. Roll.
Be 17 and a 11.
One hits. The 17.
Just 3 damage.
Creature calls out as you strike it. And the other one with the axes turns around. The one biting chomps into the Cʀᴜsᴅᴇs as the Cʀᴜsᴅᴜs screams, "Ah, God, off of me!" And the other one is to.
I run down, axe in the air. I find a giant rock that's just past a set of trees, run up and launch myself off it, going after the one that Captain went after.
Roll a dexterity check. 10. You launch off, not to great advantage. However, you come down hard on top of one of the centaurs.
Cleave
Roll,
him in two.
roll
Hey.
to attack.
$11.
Misses. The one with the maul dives out of the way, brushing you aside with the maul, pushing you away. Xenia ponders what's going on here and readies her staff. She holds back, not too sure whether or not she should do some support, but she holds steady, guarding the donkeys.
Barris rushes forward towards the conflict. As he does so, he scoops up 2 rocks from the ground. Then he peers forward 50 feet in front of him, judging where the centaurs are. I yell out to the barbarians, "We are friends." And then with a prayer to Peony, I take the 2 rocks and I smash them together and over my head, creating a thunderclap that spreads out in a 20-foot radius, trying to catch as many centaurs and miss my allies as possible. If I'm able to do so, they need to make a wisdom save as the sound of thunder bursts over them. Five damage to anyone caught. Anyone who fails their save is stunned.
Kaboom! You see the one with the maul, the one with the axe suddenly have their senses taken from them. They're moving around as if they're dazed. The other 2 with the one that bites, the other one with spear continues attacking.
Quick, brothers. They're distracted for just a moment as dust falls down from the rocks that have been
Play
pulverized.
them while you can.
One almost falls off the cliff, hanging on by an extreme measure of the branches. The other one swings and misses quite clearly at the Cʀᴜsᴅᴜs. The Cʀᴜsᴅᴜs attack once again. Causing damage to the one with the spear. The other one cleaves into the monster, causing it some pain and anguish. Get to Bernier.
I pull out the dagger that the ornate dagger that Carl gave me, and I yell like, "What back should I fucking stab? The horse one or the human one?" And then I run and I plant the dagger like where the horse kidney would be.
Get the one that's falling off the ledge.
To the one I'm going to the one where that was fighting with Cal, which should be the nearest one as well. 18.
strikes. You cause double damage as it's not seeing or aware of your presence.
So that's gonna be 5. 6.
Nasty damage on it. The creature wails around.
I do a little flourish and 2 swipes at the monster again.
The creature attacks you in kind.
It'll be a 10 and a 18.
The 18 hits. It hits you with the hooves as well in the clash.
Ooh, I strike and then take a blow to my chest for the hooves. Oh,
Causing you 3 points of damage. Your damage?
did 5.
The creature wails around, once again, keeping itself sure-footed while it's engaging you. Hank.
I dust myself off by jumping up, and I run and try and intervene between him and Calrissian before he strikes at Cal. I take a swing with my axe.
Roll.
13.
You hit. You have an advantage. Roll damage.
One quick second. Need to find my proper dates.
Isn't there one hanging from the ledge over there? Right? There's one hanging from the ledge.
4.
The creature loses an arm, but it's still active. Oh, with its dark eyes and red, beady pupils looking towards you.
I scream out while I swing. Die!
That'll make a nice trophy, Hank.
Zinnia moves in and starts attacking as well. She heads off into the fray, diving in, goes ahead and uses her staff against one of the creatures. Hitting it, just barely.
That's all you
Striking
need,
the one
Lydia.
with the axe.
That's all you need.
Back to Barris.
Hearing Captain Cal talk about the centaur that's hanging onto the cliff with its just barely, I move as quickly as I can to 25 feet away from the centaur. Crouching down, I put my hand on the ground, and then a commanding voice, I yell, "Let go." This is a command. Charisma save.
It lets go. Ugh. You notice that it seems to have this cloudiness around its eyes as you look at it closely, like as if it's possessed.
These creatures have been poisoned.
By nature or by spirit?
It looks like the same poison that we dealt with last night.
Good
Bernier.
job.
I pull a dagger, and I one of them, my cheap one, and I throw it at the centaur that was like biting. One of them was biting the. Yeah, I tried to help that guy, and that's gonna be 9.
The dagger goes over, misses.
How many are left, you guys?
I see 2.
See 2 left. All right.
The barbarian takes out the one with the maul, cleaving it asunder with its sword. The other is clinging onto the side on the cliff and making its way back up. The one that had the spear. The one with the axes is still managing to fight with the other barbarian, as well as intermingling between Captain Cʀᴜsᴜᴇs
Make
and
that
Hank.
3.
It's now Cʀᴜsᴜᴜ's turn.
As that arm comes off, I swipe at his feet to take his feet off.
Roll.
It's a 19 and a 11.
One of them hits. The first
6 points for the first one.
good. The creature calls out, not too pleased. It attacks as well, missing wildly.
Too slow, dirty bastard.
I gotta go ahead. I have to figure out how my cursor is. Yeah, Hank.
As my axe touched the ground, I spin and I try and swing for the head.
Roll.
19.
Hits. Roll damage.
1.
You stick it slightly. Your axe goes in, but its armor goes ahead and protects it.
It was almost a great shot, Hank. Almost.
The creature comes back at you and
Watch out.
misses, swinging wildly over your head.
Oh, I felt the breeze on that one.
Ooh, almost took your hair off.
Needed a haircut, sir.
Xenia attacks the one that is coming up the cliffside. And that is a miss. Into the brambles that's beside it. The creature goes ahead and attacks back at her. Just barely missing her.
Let's try to capture one of these if we can.
Barris, it is your turn.
I spin around, looking for the closest target.
You see the one that bites.
Speaking to the barbarians, we're here to help you, brothers. Rally behind our charge. I move to a position behind the centaur that's biting at this barbarian, grabbing my warhammer from the loop on my belt and swing for its hind leg, looking to break the knee.
Roll +2.
16.
Hits. Roll damage.
The warhammer smashes into the leg. That's 5 damage.
The creature bends to the will of your hammer, but it turns around and seems to be somewhat aggravated by your
Bring
strike.
your wrath, creature of myth. The goddess
Barbarian
welcomes it.
Strikes behind at the same time, striking it, causing it once more pain. It's now Bernier's turn.
Yeah, I see in the corner of my eyes like the centaur that went after like Xenia, and I rush through it with a decorated dagger, and I try to stick the dagger in the kind of horse armpit where the
+2.
that would be 10.
You striking into its ribs. However, it catches on some of its armor, some of the leather parts that are on it. Cʀᴜsᴜᴜ.
Stab the one in front of us right in his head.
Roll.
A 12 and a 9.
Both Totally
This
miss.
one's a little quicker, Hank. Come on, this is your shot.
It dives left to right. It attacks you back. That is a miss. Swinging wildly.
Stop
with
dancing,
the
you
axes.
stupid beast. Hank, finish it off while it's distracted with me.
Hank is next.
Grab the axe. I go way back, and I do a final swing.
Roll.
Nat 20.
Death blow.
Finish it off, Hank.
I'm gonna do 9.
Finish
Death
it
blow.
off.
Go right for underneath the neck and just slice it right off.
The centaur gurgles as it loses what's left of its black ichor. You see
Redemption.
the cloudiness come out of its eyes and dwindle from the light. Pretty much disintegrating in the air.
Give Hank a fist bump. Good job.
Yeah.
Xenia keeps at the one near the side of the cliff. Striking at it, however, not quite succeeding in causing any damage to it. The creature attacks back at her. Missing wildly. It's now Barris's turn.
Speaking to these cursed centaurs, you're outnumbered now. Your kind perish. Are you sure you want to press the attack? I spin the hammer so that the pointy end is forward. And with 2 hands, I hit for center of mass, aiming for where its navel would be.
Rolled.
That's only a 9.
Swinging, the creature dives back, using its hooves to its advantage to sidestep you. Then it comes down towards you. Missing wildly, cleaving, taking out some of the branches beside you, giving the advantage to Bernier.
Yeah, I go again. Like I step a bit on his side, and I try to stab him in the horse side, like,
Roll.
and it'll be 13.
Cleaving into it, too much pressure, not enough blade into it. You just cause a slight nick into its armor as it howls towards you. Cʀᴜsᴅᴇs.
I disengage from this fight and observe the field, looking at what Xenia's doing, look at what Barris is doing, so we can get a lay of the land.
You see the one centaur attacking Xenia from the side of the cliff with, once again, the other barbarian. The other barbarian is tending his wounds, holding his arm. The other creature with the axes, the centaur, is attacking against Hank. The one that bites seems to be the most mangled out of the bunch and is fighting with Barris.
I fall back to Xenia and say, we should entangle this beast.
Xenia nods.
Hank, you got this. Finish it off.
I run towards it, taking another big swing. Six.
Missing wildly. The creature dodges out of the way. Xenia goes ahead and plunges her staff into the ground and murmurs the words for Pione to aid her. Suddenly, the sprouts come up from her staff, and once again, from the ground starts erupting these twines, and they start grabbing at the centaurs.
Good job, Zinnia.
It appears to entangle two of them. However, one is left free. Barris.
I see that the one that's still free is right in front of me. I quickly crouch down, grab some dirt in my hand, throw it into the centaur's face, and then attempt to turn undead.
What do they say about using those powers, Bears?
Peony fails to hear my cry.
You see the darkness in the centaur's eye almost leave it, and then it reappears and seems to cling on to the creature's facial features. Bernier.
I'm getting like the annoyed by this creature that I failed to hit. So I pull like a second dagger, and now I'm stabbing him twice.
Roll.
Trying to do a flurry of blow there.
Hits.
Gonna miss.
One hit.
Yeah, so that's gonna be 4 damage.
You strike into it, doing a death blow.
So I finally like managed to purchase like finding like a nick in the armor that I keep eating, like, and I got like them, like, and the black blood comes out, and the creature falls down finally.
It hisses in its death. The blackness starts leaving its eyes. You can see it dwindle, dissipate in the sunlight. It's now Cʀᴜsᴜᴜ's turn.
Place a hand as Zinnia soldier. Thank you. Hold here. And I run forward at the one that Barris was fighting, and I try to ram him into the ground to knock him off balance.
Roll.
These are large horse-like creatures, so no.
Getting your weapon entangled through the brambles, impeding your flurry.
Try to put him off balance for you, Bears. He's a big bastard.
That, and I fear he's one of these undead creatures.
Undead, you say? Hey, come finish this undead off.
I basically, after I miss, I just basically keep spinning around and take another swing.
Go for it.
20. Modified.
Hits. Roll damage.
4 damage.
Cleaving into the creature, it turns annoyed at you. Ugh. The barbarian strikes at it as well.
That's right. Focus on me, you horse's ass.
The barbarian strikes with no avail. It is now Zinnia's turn. Zinnia is concentrating on her spell, making sure it holds. It's hanging on to one of the centaurs, causing it to not move. The one with the spear. It is now Barris's turn.
Captain, I'm going to try something. Again, I scoop down, or I crouch down, scoop up some dirt in my hand, and then I jump forward and plant my hand on this undead creature's chest. I summon the words, Peony, undo this undead. This is a cure light wounds in an offensive way.
You almost see the blackness leave it. You see kind of fear in its eyes as it's doing so, and then the blackness re-encompasses its pupils.
Oh, it's stubborn, this one.
Yeah, They're stubborn bastards, that's for sure.
The creature fights back, although not at you, Barris. Strikes over at Zinnia, missing. She dodges out of the way. It is Bernier's turn.
Yeah, I rush at the creature with the ornate dagger. I try to stab him in the. I try to find like a niche in the armor, maybe near like the bottom of his ass, and that's a 17
Striking it.
for. Whoops, wrong dice. Excuse me. For 2 damage.
Death blow.
So I finally I rush in, my dagger like fine purchase goes deep. My hand is covered in blood. I pull the dagger out. Beast chancel and fall on inside.
Once again, the darkness from its eyes dissipates. The last one with spear in hand at the edge of the cliff, fighting away. It's like it's on automatic kill mode.
Get him, Hank.
Strikes at the barbarian, striking him. The man goes down. Oh! No! Feeling the spear go through his guts. It is now Cʀᴜsᴜᴜ's turn.
I sheath my sword and pull out my parry dagger, and I egg on this beast, taunting it to attack me and only me.
Roll.
With a 27, it's got to beat that. Come on, you ugly bastard.
It does. It comes after you with the spear.
Come on!
Leading on to Hank.
While
Don't kill it.
Cʀᴜsᴜ's got
Don't
his
kill it.
attention, I start charging with my battle axe. Trying
Plus
to take
2
a
to
big-
your attack.
Take a big swing at its chest area. 22.
Striking it. Roll damage.
9.
Nasty blow towards it.
Damn it, Hank, I said don't kill it!
What do you
To
mean?
Zen-
I'll protect
Zinnia.
you, sir.
Zinnia attacks it, missing wildly. It is now Barris's turn.
Risking an attack from this centaur, I dart around to the injured barbarian, sliding on the ground to where he's fallen. I grab some dirt in that slide. I press it up to the puncture wound and attempt to heal him.
Well,
6 hit points. Shove the dirt in there.
He seems to be surprised at the act and what
Peony
occurs
heal you.
from it. Oh, and once again, it looks at you, but somewhat relieved that it is no longer bleeding. Bernier,
I switch to the rapier, and I go to the centaur with the spear there, and I try to swipe him low at the leg, just try to cut his tendon to have him fall.
plus 2.
And that would be a
Hits. Death blow.
4. 5 damage. I cut there at the leg, aim a little bit higher than I would get a vein. The creature just shake a little bit, fall inside, and it's gonna bleed out in a matter of seconds.
And it slowly kind of curls over and edges itself over the cliff, and it falls.
I sheath my sword. Damn it, you guys! We're gonna try to fix that one and get the information out of it. Now what are we gonna do?
Man, I tried. I tried to he's near the cliff. I tried to fucking incapacitate it.
You guys just never listen, do you? Come on, let's go see what bears
But
do.
what was your plan? You say trying to fix it. What do you think?
It was undead. Barris almost turned it. I could see it in
I don't
its
think
eyes.
they were undead though. I don't think they were undead. I think they were possessed. Is that a
We have a
difference,
survivor
Barris?
here.
What's the difference, Barris?
Yeah,
Barris.
Barbarian. Be speaking. Yeah.
They resisted my attempts to banish them, but I feel tired. I need to reconnect with the goddess. But I have been successful in saving this man that was injured by them. Perhaps he can give us more information. I turn to the injured barbarian who I just healed with dirt packed into the spear wound.
That looks pretty gnarly. Is he going to be okay, Barris?
Hey.
Just keep rubbing dirt and wounds. I mean,
He'll live.
Thank
The
you.
Peony will
Thank
heal him.
you. My name is Cǒsᴜ. Me
Also,
and
Tell
my
us your
men
story.
were here
where's
checking
our-
out the bridge. We had seen many strange things going on in the forest here.
What happened? Where's Titus at?
Titus? You mean the Lord of the Ebery?
Of Ebery, yeah. Wasn't he out here with you?
yeah.
I do not know. I did not know he was out here. I'm just out here with my brothers.
Brother.
So you haven't seen any people from Ebery like moving around, men at arms or
No, we have not seen anyone for some time. Although this place, strange enough, the bridge has been taken out. But
Yeah.
it looks like somebody had at least left somewhat of a rope dangling across here,
Well, that's
reaching
better
the
than
other
nothing.
side.
Better than nothing, I
oh, there's the
suppose.
rope reaching the other side. We left the rope reaching down, but now there's a rope really reaching the other side. That's nice.
Have you made it? Has anyone made it across on this rope? I mean, that seems awfully deep.
We had not made the attempt. Oh, my poor brothers. Oh, I have failed you, brothers. Can't
fought
believe
good.
that.
Barris.
No one can fault your bravery. Xenia, please bring Winifred over. I have some water in my packs and some bandages. We can help this man.
Glory to the
Zenny
brave.
moves over, grabs the donkeys, and brings them along.
Yeah, I go toward one of the dead center, and I lean over, and I investigate at the flesh.
Bernier, you notice that the somewhat black blood on this one is no longer black. It is red. And its eyes seem to be clear of the darkness that
Come
once
see that,
enveloped it.
Barris. Come see
What's
that,
that,
Barris.
Bernier? I finished bandaging up this barbarian. Walk over to
You
where
see-
Bernier is.
You see, when I was saying I don't think those things were undead, I think they were possessed. I think there's a difference, and maybe it's important to know.
I crouched down at the corpse and put my hands into the wounds, examining the blood. With my training as a physician, let me weigh in on that question. Brother, I agree. This creature, well, now its corpse has no sign of that undead taint. Yet I could swear that when I tried to invoke the name of the goddess, the cloudiness in their eyes just faded for a moment, like they're under some kind of magical compulsion.
So
But
you think you can,
you're right. This blood is not the blood congealed and poisoned that you'd find on an undead.
You think you could get rid of this darkness getting hold of their mind if you?
Well, goddess willing, I can certainly try. But
Gods are fickle.
I feel used up, like I've used all the favors for which I have petitioned the goddess for today.
When they're by the bridge, and now they say the bridge is still out, but a rope is strung across it.
Begin to investigate the area, looking for tracks that the mentor
You did awesome
centaurs
today, Barris.
may have left.
You saved this man. And in turn, he might join our adventure down to the city.
Roll intelligence for Cʀᴜsᴅᴇs.
19.
You definitely see that the hoof tracks seem to be going off the trail seemingly upwards towards a little bit further uphill from the gap that this bridge had spanned.
Hey, Bernay, come check these tracks out over here. I think this is how they got across.
I'm right over.
All
I'll
right.
lean down and I look what he's pointing at.
Check this out. I think they come from up there.
Would you want to follow those tracks? What for? What are you looking for now?
I don't know. Maybe that's what we should be looking for instead of crossing this bridge. That seems like a harebrained scheme, to be honest with you.
I turn to the person that we saved, this barbarian. Where is your clan?
Our clan resides on this side of this area.
Far from here?
No, we have a small little hovel village just a couple of miles away from here.
Have you been attacked by these things recently?
Well, we have been defending ourselves on a daily basis. There were some that were even more skeletal in nature.
Yeah. What can you, those centaur, did you have any running within them before?
No, this is the first time I've seen them. I knew that they had resided on the other side of this gorge.
Yeah. And I guess that the centaur didn't cross on the road. Is there any other crossing around?
There is somewhat some ruins up towards this area. He points to the direction of where the hooves are. There are some ruins that way, but no, we stay away from those. They could be haunted.
You've never been up there. Your people have never explored that area.
No. We try not to even attempt going into this direction. There is much maligned evil in this area. We do not.
Don't we need
near
a? Thank you, Cōs. Don't we need to get a red key? These things have red blood. Protection?
No, Captain. The message that we discovered in the cemetery, or from that cursed imp, was that that imp's master has a red key, but is looking for a black and a white key.
One of that imp's master is up on these hills here.
It makes sense to me.
But
These creatures have been turned to evil. If that is in fact a haunted ruin, then perhaps that is the place where they're being created or corrupted.
Are we equipped to deal with this evil? Like we're out there looking for Lord Titus.
We're not equipped for any of this. To be honest
It doesn't
with you.
appear to me. I turn to our rescued barbarian. Have you seen any other men pass through here in the last week?
He says, we have only been here recently within the last few hours. I had not seen anybody at that time, although someone has destroyed the bridge. And
that was us.
Oh,
Bernay.
What?
Wait.
Well,
We traveled here to see if the bridge was up, and you knew already that it was destroyed?
We were coming to see if the bridge was restored.
Restored. Okay.
How far away is your village, Cōsᴜ?
Oh, it is this way. He points a few miles that way.
A few miles.
Listen, I think this rope thrown across, like the barbarian didn't put it there because it said like somebody left the rope. Is that right, Costa?
Well, there was a rope that we left there.
No, the rope we left there was dangling down toward the bottom of the cliff. Now the rope is strung across the cliff. I guess that'd be Titus.
Think so?
We should follow the rope then.
Well, who's
should
going to do with
follow
the
the
donkey? The donkey will have to stay behind.
We'll have to leave them here. I turn to Costa. Would you be so kind as to take care of our pack animals while we're away? Is that too much of an imposition?
I could
take them back to our.
I could take them back to our village.
That's fine. And if I don't return, then she's yours.
A couple miles, Bernay.
Very well. Do you wish to come see where we live? I will give you time. I will give you signs if you need.
Yeah,
we make markings in the trees showing directions.
Time's of the essence.
Yes, I agree, brother. There's little time for us. If you could just give us the landmarks so that we can find you.
He points to the trees, gives you a little slight lesson on how they mark the trees in order to show their direction of where their home is. He says, I trust you with this information, that you will not go ahead and use it against us.
I clasp
But-
him by the arm.
Of course.
If
You
you can
have our trust.
if you can get rid of this evil, we would be most grateful. Perhaps this forest area and this mountain will be restored back to nature.
I don't know if he's going to be able to restore it. Maybe we'll need to move away. Maybe this place is lost.
It might be, but we haven't given up hope yet, have we?
Band of the Griffon never quits and always gets the job done. Remember that, Bernay.
What is
I
the
would be
job?
I would be so grateful. I will take your animals and take good care of them. We
Yeah,
await
we
you
will.
back at the home.
Gather your supplies first.
Yes,
man.
before you leave, let's just gather some food and water and other essentials. I take that and put it
Yeah.
on a shoulder pack. I also take out my leather or my mail coif and put that on my head.
I'll take my bow and arrow.
I put the hilt of my axe on the ground and hold on to the hilt or the head of it. We will find the source of this darkness.
And I thank you. I thank you once again. We Kuborians are indebted for you for saving my life, at least.
Sorry we couldn't help the other, but
It is what it's done. What has been done cannot be undone. He had fought valiantly. He is a warrior, and he died as such.
Let
Glory
me
to
help
the
you
brave.
load him
Glory.
onto the donkey so that you can return him to your people for a proper
Thank you.
burial.
Thank you.
While I'm doing that, I look up at the sky. How much more daylight do you think we have, Xenia?
She contemplates. It seems to be we are heading towards the evening now.
Perhaps we make camp here, brothers.
On
camp
this side-
here.
On this
Camp-
side.
On this side, on the other side, there's centaur.
Yeah, I think this
Both
side would be
sides
better.
are centaurs.
But now both sides there's centaurs, and now like on this side there's possessed centaur.
I mean, what do you guys want to do? You want to set up a camp? They're going to see that. I mean,
Oh,
basically,
I don't think we can risk a fire, but
exactly.
maybe on the other side. It's just unknown territory, and we don't have much sunlight left.
It's true.
At
I'd
least
like to-
we've laid eyes on this ground. We know the terrain.
You guys want to scout around at all? You just want to take a
There's a-
break and get ready for the morning.
We can, if we set up camp, at least the cliff is one side we don't have to worry about people.
We put our
coming
backs
from.
to the cliff. Yes, and if we have to, we can flee over on the rope.
Yeah.
We do have trees
Like
for
that.
cover on the other side, so
Or if somebody come from the rope, or no, fleeing on the rope would be a bad idea. A rope is
Because
easy
they
to
could
cut.
always cut it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hide your belongings and prepare a stealthy bed for the night.
Should we
Well,
go
I'll-
camp by the rope? Maybe because if somebody come back, we want to see them as well.
I like that idea, brother.
Not
Yeah.
too close. They don't want to spot you.
No, we'll
Yeah.
walk so that we're not silhouetted
earring
on the
distance.
cliff, but just a little back so we're not giving our position away, perhaps.
Yeah, let's go there.
Xenia
It'll be a
aids
cold
you
night.
in looking for a suitable place in order to keep an eye on the rope bridge, as well as keeping you concealed. She points out a little area, and she uses a little bit of her
Druidic magic.
divine intervention, and once again, the twines start creating a little bit of a kind of a blind area.
Now this lean-to will work fine. I grab some of the witch's hair off the trees, and this looks suitably soft. Lay that down.
We can stay here. I made enough room for everyone.
Excellent. Let's hunker down for the evening and first dawn
Yeah.
we'll move out.
Varys,
Exhausted.
make sure you get in the good grace of your goddess and eat dirt
Yes.
or whatever you do.
We will need her help. I'm glad that you're thinking of such things, brother.
Well, you've been.
We all need to think of
useful
these
at
things.
some point.
Soon Barris is snoring loudly.
Yeah,
I pass out.
me too. I'm dead tired.
Xenia keeps watch. Hank, you take some rest. I will stay watching. I will wake you when it's time.
Okay. And I tilt my head down and I close my eyes.
Hank, you are awoken. You can see that it is still dark. She says, Hank, it should be morning soon, but I have given myself enough time to do some rest. Wake us when you see the sun coming up over that ridge across the knot on the tree.
Okay.
And she
Have a good
heads-
rest.
Thank you. She beds herself down and goes to sleep, very tired.
Stand up and I keep my axe by my side.
And soon enough, you notice that there has been no movement, a few sounds in the forest from definitely some form of birds native to this area. Not so much of your knowledge of the Southlands from whence you came, but definitely some woodland birds in the trees. No other strange apparent noises, but the rain starts coming down a little bit. And then soon enough, you can see right about where that notch where you can see the light piercing through. It is dawning morning, and it is time to wake everyone up.
Okay, everybody. It is morning.
I think
Smell
this,
that fresh rain. I have a good feeling about today.
I think it's one of the best night of sleep I had in a while.
Likewise,
Actually,
I spread out some soil on the ground, kneel down on it, invite anyone who wants to join with me as I make my morning devotions.
Yeah, I reach for my pack for some bread and hard cheese. I'm gonna nibble on that.
I kick Xenia just very softly. So let's have some berries this morning.
She stirs and she looks. She goes, oh, berries.
Yeah, it's time for
Okay.
breakfast. Me and you. What do you think?
She pulls them out.
Wow.
She's got clusters of them ready.
Well, thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah. You need some Bernet?
No, but you eat some real food.
Yeah.
This is real food. I pop one in my mouth.
She takes one herself and she kind of starts waking up, feeling a little bit more perked.
Give her a hand. Pull her up.
Xenia,
She gets up.
I could
Thank
probably
you.
use one of those this fine morning.
Oh, good. Here, indulge. I spent the remainder of, what I could of my divine spirit through the forest to
Thank
provide
you for this
away.
gift.
I needed that actually. This cut went away. Look at that. It's no longer there.
Hmm.
There's excellent berries.
This
Berries.
light rain is going to make that rope quite slick.
She looks in the air. She goes, yes, it appears to be going to be a stormy day today.
Perhaps we should leave before the rain gets any heavier. I walk towards where the rope is secured.
I go look at the rope as well with Barris, and I touch it to see if it's safe to cross.
There's a pair of ropes going across, strung across. One main, you can see that there's a twine up above that you can go ahead and grab for a handhold while your feet remain on the bottom.
I look at Barris. You think you'll be able to manage that?
Peony willing, but the fact that I can stand on this bottom one, I think that that'd be good. But perhaps, given my girth, perhaps I should go first.
You think the rope or last?
Well, I'm going to certainly be load testing it, as I'm a lot heavier than the rest of you.
Just be careful.
I think if bears can make it across, we could all make it across.
Agreed. I take a
That is
hold of
agreed.
the thin cord above my head and start inching my way over. I shudder when I look down. Keep my eyes up. Don't look down. Don't look down. As I go carefully slowly
Just
keeping
don't look
my hands
down.
on it.
Just don't look down.
Just thank you, brother captain. Thank you. I know. I keep doing that as quick as I can safely, but I'm quite nervous about the heights. I don't usually do much climbing.
Roll a concentration. A con check.
Oh, that is one of my. Okay, that's 11 plus whatever lots, because it's one of the ones that are checked off.
Your bravery overtakes any kind of form of fear of the heights, and with your strength and your constitution, you make it across.
I get to the other side soaked in sweat, and I call back across the chasm to the others. It's safe. I pull out the warhammer and stand guard.
As soon as I see the tension of the rope leave, I engage on the rope as well. Bernie's not bothered by that kind of thing.
Bernier, you have no problem crossing this yourself.
Brother, that's impressive. You've done this sort of thing before.
My line of work, sometimes we have to get placed in the original manner.
I know more about such things than perhaps I should.
All right, Hank. Let's see what you got.
I hop on after Bernier, and I slowly shinny my way across.
Roll a con check, please.
While he's doing that, Bernier, perhaps we should look around in the dirt here before the rain really starts to see if there's been any foot traffic around.
Well, especially like if we see like oof traffic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was 11.
Let's look around.
11. Hank, you make your way across, holding on. If it wasn't for that second rope to carry you along, you would have certainly had just slipped and fallen. But you do make it across.
Oh man. Okay. I got this.
Xenia looks over at Captain Calrissian.
You know, Xenia, they may be brave, but they're not very smart. I begin to unravel my grappling hook, hooking it up as a third line for safety before shimming my way across as well. See you on the other side, Xenia.
And Cal, roll a con check, please.
9.
Due to your cautiousness of having the your extra line out, it catches you just before you making it. She gets ready somewhat and then eases off, knowing that you've gone ahead and caught yourself. She seems to be sweating a bead for you, and you make your way across.
Slow as possible. I don't know how you guys did this so fast.
Carl, I thought you were a dexterous one.
Yeah, hey, there's nothing below me.
There's a rope.
Yeah, the one I attach. If this wasn't here, see, you gotta think smart sometimes, Bernie.
You telling me that? It's the first time I see you do something smart.
Everything I do is smart. What do you mean?
You're always like rushing blind into danger.
Xenia starts making her way across, and then suddenly the rope above her breaks. She goes downwards.
Xenia, no! I jump out with my secured line to try to catch her.
Roll a to hit.
17.
Ooh, you grapple her. You feel it cling onto her clothes. Roll once more. Another 2 hit. Want to see whether or not it was a really good. Ooh. And she calls out in pain as you catch her, and you can feel once again the rope pulling on you.
That rope is creaking. Bernier, quick.
Help, you
We
guys!
should try to
stand
pull it
there.
in.
I go like with my leg and my arm on the rope, and I make my way until where the grappling hook is. Try
Hank,
to
help
pull
me
it
with
up.
this rope. I'm worried it's going to break.
Pull us
I'm
up,
right
you
behind you.
guys!
What do you need?
Let's keep tension on it. It's sagging dangerously in the middle.
She
Pull
is
back on
down
the
below,
tension.
dangling. She's got the part of the grappling across into the side of her, causing her grievous wounds. But she's alive. Slowly, you guys make the line come across with Bernier's help, dragging her along, and then she makes it to the other side with the remainder of you keeping her aloft. She's
okay?
like bleeding from the side from the
Lay her
hook.
down here. I examine the wound.
Barris,
Hold
help
on,
her.
Barris. Hold on. I got all
She's
these
like,
bears she
no,
gave me.
no, don't worry. She goes ahead and starts concentrating and pulls the hook out slightly, and then she does a little chant and closes her eyes, and you can see a little bit of a light come from her hands on her side,
I look
staunching
at
the blood. She goes,
look
okay,
at
I've stopped the
Barris.
bleeding.
I look at Barris and say, "See, she did it again, like shoving dirt into it."
Oh, there's
No one
many
likes
different
dirt in their
paths.
wound.
You don't have to plow the field the same direction in every
Cool.
season.
I pull one of the
I
berries
wouldn't
and
know.
try to give it to Zinnia.
She seems exasperated, but recovering.
Help her to her feet when she's ready. Sister, are you okay?
I'm okay. A little hurt, but I'm okay.
You gave us a terrible
thank-
fright.
Thank you, Calrissian. You that did save me, and
welcome.
you Bernier for coming across and getting a hold of me. It was very brave of you.
Well,
I agree.
reflex, I guess.
Maybe perhaps you can join the band of the Griffin. Long term.
I'm not quite sure about that, but I will follow you until my debt has been alleviated.
I
woman. Good
smile
woman.
slightly at Brother Captain and Brother Bernier. That was a selfless act that you did.
What are you
I'm
up to,
impressed.
Barry? What are you up
Well,
to over there,
you
you
know.
sly devil?
When you don't have time to think.
Then the true character comes out, right? Something to think about, Brother Barris. Brother Bernier, excuse me.
She dusts herself off and gets herself ready. She feels a little pain, but she's like, "Don't worry. It's okay. It's just a slight bruising. I've staunched it with the power of Peony."
Good thing we have Peony on our side, right, Barris?
As you say, Brother Captain, as you say. I start humming my favorite canticle of Peony. So we start. Well,
Barris.
which direction now? This is new territory for me.
We're going to that rune, I guess, right, Bernay?
Any sign of Lord Titus?
No sign of that
Looking
old
around,
either.
It's mud.
she says, "Wait a second. There have been some footprints across over here not too long
Yeah.
ago."
Yeah, we're just looking at that while the other were crossing with yeah
Where do they lead to?
toward the
Oh.
ruins.
Well, let's just head there. I mean, that's what we're here for, right?
Indeed.
No, we're here to find Titus.
Find
Well,
Titus.
he's in the ruins.
He was heading to the ruins, but like remember, it's an important distinction. Let's get moving.
Exactly. There you go. Now you're thinking like me, Bernay. Let's go. Let's get going.
Soon enough, the group ends up approaching the start of the ruins, seeing certain stones kind of jutting out from various locations in the forest. And ahead, you see in the trees, swinging in the branches, hanging by rope, several bodies of Titus's men. Tell by their guard uniforms.
There we
Here.
go. We found what we were looking for.
I don't see Titus up. Is that Titus up there? I don't think that's him.
Such desecration of these corpses.
What do you think happened to
Offends
Titus
me.
if Titus' men are there?
Nothing good.
I think we should go back
Zinnia, was
get those people to move.
Titus a fighter at all? Zinnia, did you know?
She's looking at.
What?
I don't know. Those men, they look like guards. They do not have the distinctive garments of a noble.
Yeah, but
That armor seems rather insignificant compared to Lord Titus's armor.
Lord Titus, he commanded the respect of the men at the garrison. No man that abandons his troops to be so desecrated, their bodies just hanging here like common carrion.
either Titus
Something
is
must
Would
gonna
have
be
have
dead,
happened them on choice. Something must have happened to him.
Either he's gonna be dead, either he's gonna be possessed, or either he was a coward, and then he might as well be dead.
If he's a coward, then we'll bring him to justice.
What if he went inside further?
What justice?
Maybe
What
he's-
justice?
Maybe
He's
he's like,
betrayed the confidence of his men.
Dead people are walking the land. What justice do you expect to find now?
Well, the justice is that he, as lord of this land, has a responsibility to his people to keep it free of such evil. He has neglected this responsibility.
See, she says, hold. I will check things out. She puts her hand to the ground with her staff, and you can see the sprouts come from her staff. Once again, you see a light of green spread out amongst the plants. It's as if the plants start reacting to her, and she's seems to be in like a communication with the plants in the area. She
That's
says,
a bag of trick, eh?
there has been a battle here, and
Oh, shit.
the plants tell me that these have been strung up in a demonstration by someone who has declared it so as a warning. There had been captives taken to the stones ahead. That's what the plants tell me.
Captives.
Captives.
The captives, they're still alive then.
No, not necessarily.
Would King
What kind of
Titus
captive would be dead?
among
Well,
those
they-
captives?
Well, are you really asking after what we saw in the last few days?
Anything's
I
possible.
feel compelled. Honor bound, even.
honor
If
bound.
there's even a chance that any have survived this,
I feel
I want to
warned.
rescue them.
You know, they left the corpse as warning. I feel warned. You know, maybe
This
we
is-
should.
this is
listen
why-
to the warning.
Talking less is always better, Bernay. Now we got do-gooder Barris over here wants to go in the ruins and save the captives.
Absolutely. Honor bound, even.
Look what you've done. Look what you've done.
Do you have like a feeling of deja vu, Carl?
Every day.
Yeah, going. To
This
those
is important
ruins to save
information.
captive.
You could always turn back and share this warning with the people of Ebery.
Well, here's the thing. We know exactly how to navigate that ruin, though. I mean, we could be in and out.
If they are all dead,
That's true.
then there's no sense in us tarrying here.
And let me speak your language, Jarbaris. We have to think of the people of Ebery. What would be best for them? Like bringing back a few captive, or getting them to move away where they're safer.
If Xenia feels well enough, then perhaps she could go back and warn them.
I think that would be
So
unwise.
you're trying. Yeah.
If we're going to
trying
go
to
in the
have
ruins.
Plus, to remind you, now there's no bridge again to cross.
Well, then we can't go back to Ebery, can we?
Well,
If there's no bridge to cross, we may as well press forward. The way back is blocked to us. What say you?
You
Have
wanted,
faith.
You wanted to find the cap. You want to find Titus. I mean, we know where he's at. We don't know if he's alive.
There's
or dead.
only pressing forward.
I think we found enough of Titus' retinue that we can consider this job done. You know, you say that the band of the Griffon always get the job done. I said this job is done. We see what happened to Titus' men.
Yeah, but that's not Titus up there. We need Titus.
He's up there. He's up there.
What
Over
do you mean he's
there.
up there?
Same thing.
I mean, he could be.
Are they gonna come to check?
Why did you drag us here? Why did you want to come here? I didn't want to come here.
I didn't want to come here either. I thought you were gonna come here.
And
No.
yet here we are. We've
Hey.
been placed here. It's not an accident. We are in a position to do some good. Let's do
I mean,
some good.
we didn't have the power
No,
of
no, no.
peony with us last time while we were here.
That's right.
You know, the way I see it, there is no coincidence.
That's right, brother. Elf.
There could be a reason why we are here. We just don't know it yet. But we won't know it unless we push forward to.
The reason was this: a big bag of coin.
Yes. Yes, that's motivation. I understand. But
Yeah.
there is a higher motivation.
Xenia speaks
there
up. She says, I think we should find out what happened to Captain Titus. It's the least we can do.
No, the least we can do is go back.
I go over to
And none of
Barris.
us will hold it against you.
Hey, Barris,
of us.
let's talk over here for a second, Barris. Come here. Come over here.
Xenia, Hank, let's just venture forward a little bit, see if we can see a little more. While our companions discuss the matter.
Barris, come
Xenia
over.
nods and moves forwards.
Cautiously,
I'm
Warhammer
with you
in
guys on
hand,
this one
we'll
because
move.
Barris, all you gotta do is offer Bernay your cut of the purse, and he'll be in. Trust me. Trust
He
me.
knows it's anything
say
that
it,
would come
just
to
say it.
me is his.
You just gotta
Absolutely.
Tell him. You just gotta tell him. Just tell him. Just tell him.
Of course, good brother. I have no interest in the gold. Whatever we
Bernay,
find, you
double
can have
the
my
take.
share.
Double the take.
But we're not gonna have more money by going in there than we already got. You know,
Listen, this is. Go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
you say like you want to say like, oh, this better the Griffon thing you're trying to make
Of course.
happen, right? It's not gonna happen first, but like you try to
It's-
make
it's
that,
gonna happen.
that shit happen. Oh, let's get the
It's
job
happening
done.
now.
It's a job when we get paid, and when we get paid for one thing, we get paid to go find what happened to Titus Cʀᴜsᴜᴇs. We found out.
You know what's better than the band of the Griffin? The
What?
town of the Griffin. Once we found Titus, we're gonna have our own claim in our own town.
The
Griffin
sooner I
Town.
can move away from here, the happier I'm gonna be. I want to go
You're
back
gonna
to the
be-
city. I want to go back to where like the fucking
Listen.
streets are paved. I'm tired of walking in the muck. I'm trying of fucking like going into swamp. I'm trying to have like dead coming after me. I'm trying of this whole fucking bullshit.
Listen, we're gonna find Titus. He's gonna give us a claim. We're gonna make Griffin Town. It's gonna be a beautiful city. Gonna have a statue of it. What do you think about that?
Not interested.
Not interested. Think about the houses you could rob in Griffin Town. Never be arrested.
I don't want to rob
I'm,
thing. I want money.
I'm gonna work my way
You're a
over
thief.
into
How
the
do you get your
entrance
money?
of that ruin while you guys discuss everything.
Brother Bernier, I understand where you're coming from, and I hold you in the highest esteem.
I don't
We
want to
will
argue
miss your
anymore. I don't want to
capabilities,
fight.
but I feel bound. I must see what this evil is with my own eyes.
Come on, you can be a founder of Griffin Town, Bernay.
Perhaps if you could just wait here, guard our. If we have to make a quick exit, perhaps.
No, I'll follow you. I'll follow you guys because if I'm not there with you, you're gonna fucking get killed.
I mean,
that is probably true.
Hank for sure. Look, he's already going up there by himself. He's never even been in here.
Brother Elf, wait for us.
Hank sees
Hank.
Xenia up ahead, and she seems to be peering out, looking quite puzzled ahead. She sees you back, and she waves you closer.
What is it, Xenia?
She points out ahead. You see the entry of the upper echelon of the ruins. Spires upwards. Some of them have been tumbled down. The entryway, dark and foreboding. You see somewhat windows along the side, which had been smashed out eons ago. Remains of bits of glass of colors remain up there. But within the entryway, you see some movement in the darkness. You see a couple of slugging, moving, looking like the undead, walking, lurking back and forth on the entrance, somewhat aimless.
Xenia, stay here as I grip tighter on my axe and I slowly walk forward.
The remainder of you end up coming up behind. You see Hank heading off on his own forwards. Xenia points out, she goes, look, somewhat movement. The undead lurk in the darkness there. She says, things linger within inside the ruins.
There goes Hank Bernay. I think he's the first one that's going to get killed. Well, let's take some bets. You guys want to take bets?
No, not on my watch.
What about you, Bernay? You're a betting man.
Hank. Hank approaches. You see within the ruins, you can see one figure come out. Standing in the subtle darkness, you can just barely see him looking around. Appears to be a crown on his head and a mace strapped to its side, wearing strange dark armor. He beckons on behind him, and you can see a man approach, bearded, dark, gaunt, wearing the armor of Lord Titus. And within the dark eyes, you can see and the red dots where his pupils are. And that's where we will end it.
Cool.
Awesome.
I want to take that bet.
Oh man, no. Fuck no.
Bernie is gonna run. He's gonna cut and run.
I'm out of here. I'm gone.
Bernie's like, I know, I'm out. And I'm out. That's awesome.
Alrighty. Awesome, guys.
I feel bad for Bernie. I really do. It's hard to be in a party with a gung-ho cleric. He's like...
Alrighty.
Down, baby.
Yeah. What we'll do is we'll end it for here. We'll talk to you guys on the other end here. Once again, everybody that has come in and watched this so far, we will go ahead and conclude this next when we have a more clear time after the holiday season. But until then...
Hey, since you've made it this far to the video at the end, you may as well hit that subscribe button. Because it's free. Honest, it's free. Just go ahead and hit it. I'm learning stuff. You're learning stuff. We all learn together. Subscribe. Just do it.